It's CCSD Today, your insider's guide to the Charleston County School District. This week, it's all about engineering and science. We visit Wando High School and learn about 2 exciting camps held over the summer. Then, we'll see how some Stall High School students got a once-in-a-lifetime experience during the solar eclipse. CCSD Today starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to CCSD Today. I'm your host, Everett German. Well, school is now finally back in session and a lot of things happened before the school year actually started there in mid-August. Also, we had the very special once-in-a-lifetime solar eclipse that took place on August 21st. So we'll allow you to just see what some of our Charleston County School District students had an opportunity to do on that very special day. We'll also head over to Mount Pleasant. We'll catch up with the engineering department over at Wando High School and much more coming up on today's show. So sit back, relax. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have CCSD Today. We'll be right back.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We're convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
Welcome back everyone to CCSD Today. I'm Everett German. Well, our first stop on today's tour is over at Wando High School. We'll talk a lot of Warriors today, but we're over in Mount Pleasant, going to learn a little bit of engineering. And joining me right now is David Romer. He's the engineering teacher, one of the engineering teachers over at Wando High School. First of all, Mr. Romer, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
It's my pleasure.
Let's talk about a unique camp that you had this past July here at Wando High School, an opportunity for some young ladies entering high school to make some instant friends and kind of learn about engineering. Tell us about that camp that took place back in July.
Well, we've got a special program here called Gateway Academy. We are recruiting 8th grade girls rising into 9th grade and trying to get them interested in engineering. And so we've had this camp. This is our 11th year, and it's a lot of fun. It's been very successful, and a very high percentage of those girls, once they get a little taste of it in the summer, follow up and actually go into our engineering program, and that's our goal. So it's been very successful for us.
Now, I know you have Lang, you have Moultrie, you have Carrier Middle School here in Mount Pleasant. Is it just a situation where you go and look at science and math grades? How do you recruit people for the program?
Well, the 8th graders register for high school classes in the spring. And once they're in our system, I can go in and do a search for 9th graders, girls who have registered for geometry, because we're looking for students who have had Algebra 1 already. Okay. So I can do a quick search, and for example, this last year there were well over 100 girls in the system that had signed up for geometry here at Wando as freshmen. So that was my search group, and they all got a letter and a brochure from me.
So talk about the actual camp. What was a typical day like at camp over the summer?
Well, the camp is centered around, it's 5 days, it's centered around 3 major projects. We do a CAD project in the beginning. They learn how to use our 3-dimensional modeling software, and they'll design something. This year they designed a keychain medallion, which we then printed out on our 3D printers. So the girls each got a custom-made, custom-designed keychain from the camp. From there we went on to they had learned enough about the CAD program that they were able to design a tiny house. So, you know, the walls, the windows, the doors, the rooftop, and they designed it in the CAD program, and we cut them out on our laser cutter. Okay. And then they assembled it all together. So they all had their own little custom designed tiny houses, which was really awesome. That was the first time we'd done that, and it was a big success. And then the cherry on top of the ice cream was a visit from Boeing. Wow. They contacted us early in the summer about a program they had with gliders that it slid in very well with our scheduling and with the amount of time we had. And it was definitely the highlight of our camp.
And I believe, not mistaken, is this
Right.
one of the
Right, here it is.
the props that was made? Kind of walk us through this.
We actually, because of the time commitments, the girls couldn't make these from scratch, but the engineers that came to Boeing for the 2 days actually brought these components, talked about them for a little while, and then the girls then got the opportunity to assemble these gliders. What you cannot see here is the rubber band. This is a rubber band powered glider. The rubber band is off. But other than that, once we had them assembled, we went into the gymnasium and these things flew like birds. It was unbelievable.
And I can imagine, especially coming into a high school like Wando that is so huge in numbers, well over 4,000 students, as a freshman coming in, a great way to kind of make some friends and kind of find that niche, because engineering really is a niche, somebody who likes science, somebody likes math.
Right, very much so. And actually, that is one of the objectives of the camp, is for the girls to get in, meet each other. They've got similar backgrounds. They're high level in math achievement, and the odds are they're going to be in the same math classes and the same science classes.
Right.
And so one of the very first day that we actually send them on a scavenger tour throughout the school, just to get them to find out where things are in the school and get them acclimated. But that is one of our big objectives as well, is for them to get in early, meet some friends that are like-minded, and feel more comfortable about the size of the school.
And of course, we're here at the CAS building on the Wando campus, kind of getting students prepared for the future. Having a company like Boeing here in town obviously kind of gives these kids something to strive for.
Boeing is a fantastic partner for the school district. And we've had, as often as I can, I've had Boeing parents come and talk to my aerospace classes. We've got internships now with Boeing that just started up, and that's an incredible experience for those students.
Well, David, we appreciate some time and joining us here on CCSD. Obviously, a very exciting program here at Wando High School, and I'm sure a lot of the 8th graders here in East of the Cooper, they'll be trying to get, at least the females, trying to get into this program next year. So best of luck to you and the students, and thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, that's David Romer, an engineering teacher here at Wando High School, joining us on CCSD today. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk robotics. We'll speak with another engineering professor, or teacher, I should say, here at Wando High School, Chris Scholander, and we'll catch up with him after this. You're watching CCSD Today. We'll be right back.
Kids learn it at their own pace, to remediate on their own, see their own results, celebrate their successes right there.
I think it's easier for me to do things like online, like it captures my attention better than like doing it in books.
It's just made it easy. It is. It's made it easy, and the kids like it.
There are a lot of pictures. Sometimes it can be really funny, and some stories are make-believe.
I would never have believed that we would be a school that would be fully, implementing technology in every classroom. So we did it, and it's due to McGraw-Hill.
Welcome back, everyone, to CCSD Today. Everett German on site at my alma mater, Wando High School over here in Mount Pleasant. We're in the engineering department here at the high school, and I'm joined by Chris Scholander. He's an engineering teacher here at Wando High School. And first of all, Chris, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Everett.
Well, Chris, those days of, at least when I was in high school back 25 years ago, kids obviously went to school August to June, and it seems like now more and more things are taking place over the summer, including in your program. I believe back in July, you guys had a special project here on campus. Talk a little bit about the students and building robots.
Okay, so in July we had a one-week summer camp for VEX robotics competition. 18 students came out for the week and spent the week building robots, programming robots, and configuring their robots to overcome a variety of challenges.
Now, you mentioned in July, and the one thing that really stood out to me, Chris, was the fact that normally when you do things of that nature during the your off season of school, it's for extra credit or to get ahead, or it's requirements. But the most impressive thing, these kids got nothing but a lot of knowledge that week.
That's right. They got a whole lot of experience in a variety of different aspects of robotics. They are just hungry for the information, the experience, and a lot of those kids showed up to join our VEX robotics competition teams at Wando.
You know, it's part of STEM, and if you've watched CCSD today over the years, we've visited many Charleston County schools that utilize STEM all the way from elementary schools up to high school. And Chris, we were kind of talking off camera. This STEM is really starting to take off in terms of being heavily involved in the curriculum here in Charleston County.
Yeah, several of our schools in the district have engineering programs articulated from kindergarten through 12th grade. At Wando, we have a fantastic engineering program boasting 8 courses. And students, a lot of the students that take the first course come right back for more. They end up ultimately, a lot of them being completers.
Now, is this considered an elective here at Wando High School, being in the engineering program?
It is one of our most popular majors. A lot of our students go on to the big colleges in the region, of course Clemson and USC, Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech.
You know, and that's very impressive, because I think back to when I was in high school, electives were, keyboarding and PE and home economics, and it really has evolved, not only here at Wando High School, but here specifically where I know cosmetology and broadcast journalism and now engineering, really doing a great job of preparing our kids in Charleston County School District for the future.
Well, really, I believe that if you wait until after high school to try and figure out what you might be interested in, it might almost be too late at this point. Of course, it's never too late, but high school is a great time to try and figure out where your interests are for free without paying tuition, and seeing where your interests are and where your career goals might lie.
Now, I would think a program as unique as engineering, with so many positives, as you mentioned, probably a lot of kids wanting to get into this program. How do you guys accommodate the requests? Are there special requirements in order to be in the engineering program here at Wando?
Yes, currently to get into the Intro to Engineering Design course, which is our first course in engineering, students have to have a B or better in Algebra 1. Engineering is completely dependent on math and science concepts, so we need those skills to be strong so that the students can be successful in the program.
I know you talked about the robots that you guys built over the summer, but not necessarily your competition robots. Later this year, you guys have some bigger models. Talk a little bit about what you guys will be doing this upcoming year.
Okay, so Wando's going to be preparing up to 4 teams for competition robotics tournaments, along with teams throughout the state of South Carolina. We will go to a variety of different tournaments and try and qualify for the state tournament and eventually the VEX Robotics World Tournament.
All right, well, Mr. Sholander, we greatly appreciate you joining us here on CCSD today. A ton of positive and great things going on here at Wando High School and really across Charleston County School District. But best of luck to you and the kids, and yeah, like you said, just kind of getting them prepared for the future.
And it sure is fun.
All right.
Appreciate it, Everett.
No problem. That's Chris Sholander. He's an engineering teacher here at Wando High School, joining us here on CCSD today. We'll take a break. More of the show when we come back. You're watching CCSD Today, where excellence is our standard. We'll be right back.
Kiva Cares represents a really unique way and an organized way for folks who live here on Kiva to connect, partner, and help those who live in our neighborhood, which includes Johns and Wadmalaw Island.
And the idea was that many, many people who live on Kiva very generously work as individuals in the community. But we felt as a community association, we needed to do more in a unified way to be good neighbors. And out of that came the idea of Kiva Cares.
They brought volunteers, but most of all, they brought love. They showed love, and they said, We want to be a good neighbor, and they have been a good neighbor to me and to this community.
Kiva Cares quickly jumped on board and was really excited about the idea of supporting the local farmers and supporting the Johns Island community as well.
We're excited about the partnership, and we are in constant communication, updating them on things that we are working on, areas where I continue to see improvement, I share with them. And so it's like we are in tune, working together, one common goal, and it's all beginning to come together.
What it means to me to be a part of Kiva Cares is I'm able to do things I wouldn't normally have done on my own. I get the sense of community when I work with them.
We're trying to put good people in touch with organizations that could use their help.
And welcome back, everyone, to CCSD Today, where excellence is our standard. I'm Everett German. Well, it's time to talk about some warriors, except we're going to talk stall warriors. And back on August 21st, the day of the solar eclipse, some stall students had a great opportunity to launch a high-tech weather balloon and just get an up-close and personal look at that solar eclipse. We had an opportunity to catch up with Maria Royal and some of her students. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
There are 4 teams in the state of South Carolina that is going to be launching high-altitude balloons for NASA, basically. Stall High School is part of one of the teams. With our high-altitude balloons, we have what's called payloads. Each payload will carry specific equipment where we will be able to stream live for NASA, and everybody here at the stadium will be able to look at it on the Jumbotron. We will hopefully get our balloons to about 85,000 to 100,000 feet into the near space, into the atmosphere. One of the other things that we're doing to our payloads is that we are attaching bacterial specimens that are going to be launched into near space on our payloads. The reason we are doing this on the day of the solar eclipse is through our cameras we will be able to see shadows also, and we will be able to stream and film how the shadows actually occur when a total solar eclipse is happening. This is called a total solar eclipse, and this is a once in a rare time event for us. And what makes it so unique is that this is the first time since 1918 that a total solar eclipse has crossed the entire nation from coast to coast. So that's what made it so phenomenal and so unique, the way we're doing this. So NASA wanted to be able to stream how this happens, and what we are doing regarding that streaming has never been done before in the history of NASA. This is our first time doing this, streaming from coast to coast, connecting all of these equipment. There are 55 teams in the entire U.S. that are participating in this event. And this is an amazing opportunity for everybody to see how technology is involved and how you can connect so many systems at once to be able to stream from coast to coast the eclipse. This is an amazing opportunity for students to see that, well, obviously the importance of education, the importance of staying in school, the importance of seeing what comes out of being able to graduate from high school. It doesn't end just here. There is so much more that they're able to do. And this is a great opportunity for them to get hands-on experience, primarily for the STEM field or the STEAM field, because we are really in a shortage of students to get really engaged in the STEM field. So this is a good opportunity for boys, girls, and anyone to see that you can. It doesn't have to be intimidating. It's not intimidating. They're having a great time with this design.
So today we're going to be launching a high altitude balloon up into the atmosphere. We're going to have a video feed from the atmosphere. And then the second thing, we're also going to have bacteria that's going to be up there that we're going to test, because the atmosphere at that height and Mars' atmosphere is similar. We have been working on this project since about February, March timeline. The high altitude balloon is up there to collect the data, and this is the only time that they can truly study the sun, earth, and moon and how they connect.
Weather balloons, they're latex, and any kind of oil you have on your hands can actually deteriorate the balloon. So that's why we have to wear special gloves in order to get it. In the atmosphere, we have to tell where the wind is going to blow. Is it going to blow east or west? you know, all the kind of weather stuff that goes into launching a balloon, so it makes sure it gets up into the atmosphere. And eventually it'll pop, and then we have a parachute, you know, parachute back down to the ground with all the data we need and all the pictures of the solar eclipse. It feels amazing, once in a lifetime opportunity, especially for me. I'm a senior in high school, you know, not a lot of people, you know, can say, hey, I helped take pictures of the solar eclipse for NASA. So I think it's a rare opportunity, and I'm glad I'm a part of it.
Some problems are tough. Reaching your customers shouldn't be. Blue Wave and Comcast have the creative edge to make you stand out from the crowd and connect with your customers. Whether you need a commercial for television, video for your website, or a custom-made website, we are the easy solution for every advertising problem.
And welcome back, everyone, to CCSD Today. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show. It was kind of a warrior show. A special thank you to the fine folks over at Stall and Wando High School for letting us take a behind-the-scene look at what went on earlier this year. So thanks for watching CCSD Today. We'll see you next time.